Hi Virgo, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. Remember, they're general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. Your key to the week this week is the Magician card. Wow, okay, so the cards have been very, very interesting this week. There's a theme that seems to be running through them, right? So the Magician card obviously is Mercury, your ruling planet, but it means that in all of these different areas of your life and in life in general at this moment in time, you have everything that you need at your disposal currently to master, to manifest, or to create what it is that you want, right? And so what's really interesting to me is Mercury is retrograde at this moment in time, which means whatever you are rethinking at this moment in time, whatever is a prominent theme that seems to be coming back around, especially within conversations, communications, or people from the past, there is a message there about where you are ready for advancement now, where you're ready to move forward in some way, shape, or form. Now, the thing that I love about the Magician card is it can also represent us being at the height of our game. So I kind of feel like in all of these different areas of life, you might be realizing where you've already leveled up in your life and where you're ready to start applying that. For your actions and options this week, you've got the King of Cups or the King of Chalices in this deck. So this would be a powerful person, right? So especially anyone that shows up with the Magician card, this is usually a powerful person. The King of Cups in general has a very special talent in that he's able to use his intuitive faculties directly in relation to his work, his job, his profession, or his career. So this could be this week that you're interacting with someone who's a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. It could be somebody that is really assisting you, or at least giving you a kind of, not even inside track, but they're giving you pertinent information. Now, one way that this could also show up as well, because in this deck specifically, this card represents opulence. I mean, look at his table, right? Opulence, you earn everything. If you know, then you know. What I will also say with your with the King of Cups and the opulence energy, this week you are looking for the best, right? It's not so much about like, oh, it has to be the most expensive or anything like that, but you're looking for the highest quality, whether this is interactions, connections, information. It's like, unless it's of quality, I'm not interested in entertaining it. And I actually love that for you. When it comes to the options that are available to you as well, this week, some kind of, I feel like this week it could be some kind of inside piece of information, something that maybe not everybody is privy to, that has the potential to be very, if not lucrative, then certainly very supportive in some way. For your communications and conversations, you've got the King of Swords, right? So look at this, or the King of Athames in this deck. And so this is, look at this, right? So this week, what this tells me is, because we're 2 for 2 in the court cards, this week is very much about people. This week is very much about your interpersonal connections, your interpersonal connections and relations. It also means that in some regard, so two kings represents minor council, and with the Magician card here, there's some kind of advancement that you're looking for this week, and a piece of information, a vital key piece of information that you're given is going to provide the way forward for you. It's almost like this is the piece of the puzzle that makes everything else click into place. Now, the King of Swords as a communications card, it means that the conversations that you're having, Mercury retrograde be damned, it means that the conversations that you're having are sort of very serious on one regard, on one side of this, but in another, It's like the conversations that you're having, you're getting really good information here, information that could actually make or break some of the ideas that you have for moving forward. This is a career card, right? This is absolutely a career card. And with the Magician here, this could be some kind of talk about it. Maybe it could be a talk about a promotion, but it's almost like it shows up as you demonstrating a certain level of skill or expertise, and people really taking note of that almost instantaneously. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, your King of Swords is great because it's you showing your smarts and your skills with whatever you're learning at this time. Great stuff. When it comes to those of you that are employed by somebody else, this is you demonstrating not only your skills, your competency, your level of expertise, but it's also you showing, I'm ready for that promotion. I'm ready for that next step. I'm ready for, it's like a conversation this week that you have with a power player within your organization could really highlight, like this could be, maybe you come away from it, you're like, oh, that was just a, you know, a really good call, a really good conversation. And in the background, what you don't realize is that that person's talking to your boss, your supervisor, or whatever to say, this person has talent and we need to make sure that we don't waste them, right? So love that. And then when it comes to those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, you have a really strong energy here. Because it's like not only are you, if you're thinking about getting a business coach or anything along those lines, before you do that, get everything out on paper, because I think you're going to be able to, this is one of those times where you'll be able to think your way out of your own problem. And I kind of get the feeling that what you haven't done yet is sit with the right person. This would be, whether it's me or somebody else, I don't care, just as long as you get what you need. Because minor counsel, this is usually before we talk about therapy, etc. This would be a tarot reading, astrology reading, numerology, all of the spiritual sciences are highlighted here. So whatever you are kind of going ahead with here, I would absolutely get a reading this week, especially with somebody that can help you build a strategy based on your stars, your numbers, whatever the case might be. All right, so love that for you. And I think a part of this is because you'll be able to think your way out of your own problem. It will just help you get sort of, the way that readings do. And as I say, whether it's with me or somebody else, this isn't me touting for business. I don't need to do that. What I'm saying is this is a good week for you to do it because the realizations are there. There's so many aha moments here. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, the knowledge, the skills and the expertise that you already have, I think this week you come to realize just how lucrative or how important it is for you that you hand this information over to somebody. For your love and relations, you have the Tower card. So this could potentially be a shocking or a disruptive moment within a relationship or even within your familial ties, right? So I have to say, for those of you that are single, I wouldn't be surprised if you have options this week. Maybe you're having to choose between the two. If you're single and you have people that you're interacting with that don't know about each other, this week they could find out about each other. So I'm just going to say, like, if you're out here playing the field and telling everybody that they're the only one, this week it's likely to bite you in the arse. Just saying, right? No hate, no shade, no judgment. I'm just saying, right? Now, for those of you that are partnered, married or in long-term commitments, if you're thinking about stepping out on your marriage, be careful because this week it's all going to come out. If you are in a situationship where you are emotionally having an affair or maybe even financially having an affair or whatever the case might be, watch out for this because that Tower card is speaking loud, right? Now, if you're single, I will say that the options that are available to you, you might be like, damn, one offers me all of the emotional and loving and comfort and all of that kind of support, and the other one offers me everything else, right? And so maybe there's a part of you that's like, oh gosh, I wish I could have both of these people all rolled into one. There might be a realization or a conversation that sort of clarifies this or makes the decision for you this week. So that would be interesting. For your money and materials, You've got the Knight of Pentacles. So before we get into that, remember on the 18th of April, my next tarot course is going live. Enrollment for it opens. It will close on the 30th. There are only 20 spaces, so keep your eyes peeled. You're going to be hearing about this on all of my socials, etc. coming up. So if you want to get your space and you're interested in learning tarot with me, you know what to do. Now, that being said, the Knight of Pentacles is a great card for money, because it means that you're embarking on what we would consider a journey that's going to bring long money, right? That's going to bring good long-term financial security and stability. It's possible though that you might end up needing to see an expert or a specialist about a car or a vehicle. It's also possible that your partner's resources, if you have a partner, could be disrupted in some regard this week. All right, so there's a few ways this could show up. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this coupled with the Magician card, I would say especially watch out for your knees, your elbows, your ankles and your wrists. All of the joints this week. Just make sure you're doing all of the healthy things and getting that support. And then when it comes to, and also as well, for some of you, you might be seeing a specialist about those aspects of your body, especially if you've got things like arthritis, rheumatism, what's the other one? I wouldn't be surprised as well, and I touch wood, I hope I'm wrong on this front, but for those of you that, remember, I'm not a doctor, I can't give you medical advice, I'm just looking at what I'm looking at. There might be conversations around cerebral palsy or multiple sclerosis this week as well. There's a few reasons why I can't and won't get into it now, but anyway, that being said, like I said, I'm not a doctor, it's not a diagnosis or anything like that, but these might be things that you need to look at or into. When it comes to your home and environment, honestly, it looks like a lot of you are either spending minimal time at home this week. It's like you're out, there's things that you're doing, there's things that you're working on, there's things that are going on. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting old week for you Virgos. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care and I'll see you soon.